Welcome to June 2020 Energy Trends. I'm Danielle Rama Hoffman of DivineTransmissions.com. This is Toth with Sanat Kumara, the Council of Light, and many beings of light moving more to the forefront of this divine transmission. We are delighted to be continuing our conversation about the energy trends in 2020 in the month of June. And as the summer solstice is approaching, we would speak about how to align with the most highest and best good possible outcomes. So in each and every now moment, there are infinite possibilities, and you are creating in each and every now moment. So how to align with the best possible outcome is what we would deepen into in this transmission. Now, when we say best possible outcome, we mean for you, this highest and best good, what is most optimal for you and yours, and that there is a way that you can vibrationally align with the energy of the highest and best for all involved in each and every now moment. And this is a skill set, this is a choice. And when you're aligning with the best possible outcome, what we're saying is the best possible outcome, consciously, then this amplifies and expands this way of being running in your field all of the time, meaning that it becomes second nature to be carrying a stance in each and every moment that your presence and you being there is actively aligned with the highest possible outcome in each and every now moment. And that accelerates what becomes possible. So let's break this down a little bit. Align. What do we mean by align? Alignment. As you look at the word alignment, there is this like alignment of the spinal column, for example. When your spinal column is aligned, everything is in that optimal place. There's flowing. There's not a subluxation or a turned vertebra that's out of place that then stops the flow of the earthly and the heavenly chi that's running through your system, or pinches off your connection to source. So alignment is really a coherent state. There's this yes energy. There's the sense of everything lining up, falling into place. And alignment is also the word that we often use for the new paradigm word of healing. That the old paradigm of healing is very much based in the duality of disease or healthy, unhealthy. So alignment is really this being in the flow. There's everything lined up. There's a coherent state. There's a relaxed state. There's a recognition of really being a vibrational match for that. And it's also a stance where you choose to be in alignment. And that may be a fun exercise to really jot down, well, what is alignment for you? What is align? How to align? How to align? What is align in the how to align with the best possible outcome? And when you are aligned with the best possible outcome, then there's also the nuance here of you're on track with it, you're in the same line of sight with it, you're lined up with it, there's an inevitability to it, you're maximizing the energy of that aligning with the best possible outcome. And you can align with the best possible outcome without necessarily knowing what the best possible outcome is. And that is also a new paradigm ninja power tool to really recognize, oh, okay, you can hold a stance that out of the billions of possibilities of whatever's unfolding in this now moment that you are present with, you're choosing to align with the best possible outcome that is the highest and best good for all involved. And the best possible outcome that is the highest and best good for all involved is organic and dynamic and ever changing and expanding, and that choice, that decision is like a magnet for resources to be rushing in, And this is conscious leadership. This is a very empowered state to be in. It's a choice. It's always a choice. And it is also a charge in the sense of it may be a way of being that you may choose to take on, where you say, yeah, I am going to align with the best possible outcome in this now moment, in this now moment, this now moment. I am actually an aligner for the highest and best good of all. And so this is very palpably one of the ways that you can also have a very stabilizing influence and a very forward momentum actualization of what's unfolding on the Earth star at this time. So let's use a couple of examples and then we'll dive into an experience of aligning with the best possible outcome. So let's say you are going into a meeting and there are 10 individuals that are a part of this meeting. And there are many possibilities of what comes out of that meeting. And you walk in to the meeting and you're simply holding the energy and the choice that out of the infinite possibilities that exist in the container or the space of this meeting, you're choosing to align with the highest and best good of all, for all. You're choosing to align with the best possible outcome. And that vibrational stance naturally raises the bar. It raises the bar of what becomes possible. And you'll notice that if we were to ask you, who do you know that you sense carries this capacity to align with the highest possible outcome? And there may be a few people that come to mind. Like whenever you're around them, the highest outcome just seems to naturally unfold. And this is a divine capacity. As we speak about the evolution in consciousness, and things have changed, and so there's new capacities that have come online, and ways of being, and tools. And so this one of aligning with the best possible outcome seems to be an energy that also creates, like, everything you touch turns to gold, or when you're present, there's the sense of individuals coming together to work really well together. So this stance is one, as we said, that's very key for you on your personal evolution. It's also, as there are infinite possibilities that are unfolding on the Earth Star at this time, the more of you that choose to be aligning with the best possible outcome, the highest and best good of all, that summons in, it catalyzes, it calibrates that in a way that there's more that becomes possible. Okay, so we invite you to, if you're called, to close your eyes and to really be with your choice here. Are you choosing to align with the highest possible outcome of this divine transmission at this time? That out of the billions of streams of possibilities, are you choosing to be an aligner, to align with the highest and best good of all, to align with the highest outcome? Are you choosing to align with the highest and best outcome possible? And just tune into that yes, and you may even say yes if this is feeling aligned with you. Yes, I choose to be an aligner of the best possible outcome of any and every now moment that I'm connected to. I choose to walk into the grocery store aligned to the highest and best outcome possible. I choose to stabilize the highest and best for all as a state, as a way of being. My presence naturally catalyzes the highest and best outcome. I am aligned with the highest outcome. So as you're tuning in, we invite you to bring up a few particular situations, a few examples in your life. And so let's say if you are a visionary entrepreneur and conscious leader, and you are going into a client session, or you are launching your next program, or you're calling in a new team member, or you're choosing to raise the ceiling on your income levels. And whatever the example is, and with this program launch, with this client session, with this relationship to the flow of money, with this team meeting, with this, whatever it is, I choose to align with the best possible outcome. I don't need to know what it is yet. I choose to align this launch, this session, this invitation, this coaching, whatever it is, to the best possible outcome for all involved. I am aligned with the best possible outcome. I'm aligned with the best possible outcome. And then notice that your system, from that stance, that state of being, and it's not really anything that we need to teach you how to do because you already naturally have it within you. Yet this stance of, I'm aligned with the best possible outcome. And implicit in there is the highest and best good for all involved. Yet have an awareness of, I'm aligned with the best possible outcome. And then notice what rearranges. You are a creator being, and your stance, your choice, your presence rearranges the quantum field. It rearranges the universe. It's co-creation in alignment with everyone's free will and conscious choice. Yet have a sense of what gets rearranged in this now moment. I align with the best possible outcome. And you're detached, you're in the divine neutrality of what that is. So there's not a, I'm aligned with the best possible outcome, and that means this, that it's very defined. It's an openness. So take a few moments and call up a few situations, and then just visualize yourself in that situation. Maybe it is your finances, maybe it is a launch that you're up to, or a client session, or a meeting that you're having, or what's unfolding on the Earth Star. And you're adding in the vibration of, I'm aligned to the best possible outcome. I'm aligned to the best possible outcome of this launch in my business. I'm aligned to the best possible outcome of radiant health. I'm aligned to the best possible outcome of this meeting. And then just notice, what you may begin to notice is that you actually, and you can open your eyes at this time if you're called, that you actually may have been aligning with your bar not set to the highest and best outcome. You may have been aligning unconsciously or based on experience before or a protective mechanism. There may have been a very subtle or very palpable vibration of going into something actually not aligned to the best possible outcome. That you may have aligned with of settling for something, or you may have aligned with what you could imagine could be possible. So again, not in any blaming kind of a way, yet can you see how when you choose to practice this, and we invite you to practice this for the rest of this month and beyond, when you practice being aligned to the best possible outcome, that this is informing your system, the environment, the earth, everyone around you, that you are aligning with the best possible outcome. And then that cultivates it. So this is also where you're evolving your own way of being to be such that this stabilizes more and 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 more of the best possible outcome. So we invite you to enjoy this power tool, this tip to be reorganizing within your system, always in alignment with your free will and conscious choice, to be reorganizing within your system a way of being that is aligned to the best possible outcome. And knowing that you are a creator. So we don't mean that outcomes happen to you, that you are a creator, you're a co-creator. So when you're choosing as this creator being to align to the best possible outcome, then you're creating that. You're creating that. And it does take some willingness to just let the part of you that wants to interpret what that best possible outcome is to be stepping aside. Because again, at times you may be limiting what the best possible outcome is by defining it in a certain way. And there is this recognition of the highest and best good of all. And so that also is really honoring the right relationship with each part of the wholeness, each individual aspect of the wholeness. Beautiful. We are extending our acknowledgement and appreciation to your contribution to the evolution in consciousness. All is light and love, and we are all.